Hi all, welcome back to Betrayal and Revenge Stories. I'm your friend Z and I'm here with a story about a militant man who got his revenge on his ex and how her choice ruined her life. So let's jump to the story. So I'm in the military and I was hitched. I was moving toward my most memorable sending to Iraq. It was exceptionally distressing and it had my better half believing that me should figure out how to remain and not convey clear things any spouse would attempt to discuss. In any case, so we have no children except for both need them. So we work about escaping obligation while I'm gone. She converses with her closest companion back home in another state where we are both from. Her companion consents to give her move access and charge an unassuming $300 in lease with the goal that we can escape obligation and begin a family when I return. An arrangement I was very satisfied with. I sense she is there sobbing hysterically saying she will miss me and loves me, and we will begin a family when we get back. Quick forward 2 months. She begins acting far off. Not having any desire to talk a lot of on our planned, gets back to, or text a couple of word replies. We've been together 6 years, she is never speechless. In any case, one day she says I really want some space. She asks somebody who is 10,000 miles away for space. I say why. She says she simply needs space. She needs to track down herself. So I recall when we inhabited home, she had a person who was continuously being fringe unseemly. I'm not an exceptionally envious individual and I trust her. So I begin seeing expressed person on in fundamentally the entirety of her photos she posts with a gathering. Every time he is in the image. Every other person changes, however never him. So interestingly, I'm extremely envious and uncomfortable with everything. So I clone her telephone, so I receive each message she receives as well as each message she sends. I will always remember the principal message I saw in the wake of cloning her telephone. Hello darling. I'll see you after work. Maintain that I should save you any of my extras. From her to him, it annihilated me. I shed 35 pounds in 7 days. I didn't eat or rest. I gazed at the telephone watching each discussion, watching them discuss attempting to have a child. It was in a real sense all that a wedded individual feelings of trepidation. I inquire as to whether she is seeing somebody, and she says no she isn't. She is dealing with herself, and she cherishes me yakety yak. I express nothing about receiving her texts for a long time. Throughout this time, she at last concedes cheating, and that he is such a great deal better compared to me at sex, treating her right, and he does what she needs. During this time, she takes care of our obligation, gets tattoos with him, matching I love you tattoos, goes to shows with him, purchasing garments etc. with the cash I'm making. So this is where retribution begins. I put a stop on the record for a month. In that time I change each secret word to each record to things she won't figure. Armed force language shop talk terms. I block her on FB and my telephone, so she has no real way to reach me. She lost her vehicle to repo a couple of months after the fact, got removed from her place, needed to sell her valued shoes and handbags just to remain alive. I then, at that point, figure out she found a new line of work at her old eatery, so I post all the text discussions I have with her and the person looking at having children that have time stamps on it as well as post discussions we had with the matching time stamps, showing each of our companions what she has done. I then, at that point, have companions call and grumble at her specific employment continually on both he and her. They work at a cafe, so I likewise have companions eat and run. The two of them get terminated, so she attempts to consider my order and let them know that I am leaving her, and she cannot accommodate herself. My authority realizes what is happening. He does nothing since he had something almost identical occur. Then, at that point, about a month prior to I return, she calls me from one more number to let me know she is pregnant with his child. Mind you, I'm actually gone, so we can't get separated at this point. She moved away with him, 10 hours from me. The 24th of April 2018. She calls me 5 months pregnant, crying wildly, asking me where she ought to go. Obviously, they have a Goliath explode battle. She lets him know she is leaving. She says she doesn't have any idea where to go, and I just say, sorry, not my concern any longer. Quick forward January of this current year. She calls me from a common companion's telephone. He hit me. IDK, what to do? Me? Perhaps. You don't betray your significant other when he is conveyed for some person who boasts. Well, I suppose you are blissful about this. Me? No, however, I'm happy. I know I'm not the miscreant in this story. And afterward, the following month. He is going behind my back with 2 young ladies. Please accept my apologies. I lament all that I did. I screwed everything up. Me? Yeah, you did. With everything taken into account, this lady annihilated my life, put me into a profound sorrow. I'm actually managing. Yet, I improve having confirmation that I wasn't the issue. To suppose on the off chance that this happened even 10, or quite a while back, I would have returned to an unfilled ledger, a vacant house, as well as seeing my then spouse pregnant with another man's child. She really hit me up yesterday, to request a cash to assist with covering rent. Answer a couple of inquiries. I understood I left out that we got separated from before the youngster was conceived, so I have no monetary obligation to her, haven't currently for nearly 12 months. Likewise, no, I wasn't praising that she was truly mishandled. I advised her to call the police, however, that is all I did. It's not right to mishandle somebody, however, I additionally have no liability to keep an eye out for her prosperity. If you had been till the end of the story, thank you for listening. Hit the like, share and subscribe button to hear more updates.